Rome, December 1921. The Margarita Hall, a venue alive with anticipation. Inside, a provocative new performance is underway, one that promises to shake the foundations of art itself. The Italian Futurists are here, challenging convention and tradition with their groundbreaking manifesto. But tonight, their radical vision meets an explosive reaction. A riot breaks out. What happened? What sparked such chaos? Let's hear from those who were there. Our first interviewee is a musician who performed that night. He was part of the unorthodox ensemble that pushed the boundaries of sound.
Thank you for joining us. Can you describe the music you performed during the Futurist event?
Yes. The music was meant to be dissonant, chaotic. We didn't want melody or harmony. We wanted to express the violent energy of the modern world, the speed, the machines, the Industrial Revolution. It was jarring. We wanted the audience to feel it, to be challenged, to be discomforted. You could say we wanted them to wake up.
And how did the audience react to the performance?
At first, I thought it would be revolutionary, exciting, but then the hostility grew. The noise from the crowd, it was deafening. Rotten vegetables flew across the room. Some threw tomatoes, others shouted insults. The more we pushed, the more they pushed back. It was the perfect clash, really. Art and the masses in a fierce struggle.
Our next interviewee was a dancer and actor, part of the dramatic performance that stirred the crowd to riot.
Tell us about the performance. How did you, as a performer, contribute to the experience?
Everything we did was meant to provoke. We didn't just dance. We attacked the stage with every movement filled with aggression. The choreography was fragmented, harsh. We didn't follow any traditional form. There was shouting, fast-paced motion, and even violence in our gestures. It wasn't about grace. It was about force.
Do you think the audience was prepared for this kind of performance?
Absolutely not. They were used to opera, ballet, something structured, something beautiful. What we did was pure confrontation. Futurism is about rejecting the past, rejecting anything that doesn't move forward. The riot, it wasn't a surprise, it was inevitable. We were pushing too far, too fast.
And now we hear from an audience member who witnessed the riot firsthand. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. What made you decide to attend the Futurist performance?
I'd heard a lot of buzz about it, but honestly, I wasn't sure what to expect. The Futurists were causing a stir in the city, and people couldn't stop talking about it. I thought it might be exciting, even revolutionary. But when I sat down in that hall, I wasn't prepared. What exactly happened that led to the riot? Well, at first the music was just strange. It didn't sound like anything I'd ever heard, and the performance, it was wild. The actors and dancers were shouting, flailing around the stage. But then, the real trouble started when they mocked traditional art forms. That's when the audience really turned on them. Some of us were offended. People started yelling back, and before we knew it, tomatoes flying, people storming the stage. It was madness. Do you think the Futurists had a point? Or was it just a provocation? Perhaps both. I understand now that they wanted to break from the past, to challenge the old ways. But at that moment, it felt more like a slap in the face than a movement. They wanted to shock us, and they succeeded. I think they knew exactly what they were doing.
The Futurist movement was born out of a desire to embrace modernity, speed, and innovation. rejecting the traditional forms of art that had long dominated the cultural landscape. But as we saw in December 1921, this radical vision wasn't always welcomed. It clashed with the audience's sensibilities, provoking not just shock, but anger. The futurists were willing to sacrifice comfort for change, to force the world to confront a new and aggressive future. The riot at Margarita Hall was not just an incident. It was the embodiment of the struggle between the past and the future. The futurists had arrived, and they were determined to make their mark, whether the world was ready or not.